everybody, this is Jason with the Pro Networker, and I'm actually down here at the tent city, okay, that you hear a lot about in the news, on social media and things. And I just have an interview that I want to share with you, kind of giving you the story, because you always hear the one side and then you hear the other side. And I don't know if people are actually down here asking the hard questions, and I hope that's what I did. It was ask the hard questions of why some people are down here and kind of what that looks like. I didn't interview everybody. I just kind of the leader of the camp, which is Jeff Falk, and then Sue Rainingbird. So I interviewed those two because they're kind of running the camp, creating the rules and things like that. But I just wanted to bring that to you. But I wanted to do this introduction as to why I'm showing it, because I'm trying to show the facts. I'm not one side or the other. I don't know what the fix is, what the answer is, but I think we can say, hey, you know what, at least find out what's going on and see if there's some help that we can provide as a community. Remove the tent city, move it, get rid of it, kind of look at what that looks like. So with that, enjoy this video. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye. Hey everyone, this is Jason Olthoff, and I'm coming to you down here at the tent city that's kind of been in the news over the last few weeks, obviously, with people that are staying down here. There's some things that are going on with the church, things like that, and the permit, and then the denying of the permit, and now the appeal that's coming. So I'm down here with Jeff Falk, kind of visiting with him a little bit, just kind of find out his take on it. So let me just turn the camera over here. So Jeff, as I said, my name is Jason. I'm just down here trying to figure out what's going on. You know, I always like to find out from the people that are going through it versus one side or the other. So share with us a little bit about why the tent city is where it's at, and kind of your thoughts on the process with the church and stuff.
Okay, so originally we were all spread out between a bunch of churches, and sleeping in the well, sleeping on the other side of the church. Pastor decided he wanted some type of organization, so we just I got permission to set up a tent, and then we just started building, and then they wanted it to become, now they want to actually fence it, build it, make a tent city. But the thing is it's up to us, and that's the problem.
Right.
Because we got too many dumbasses. So we do.
Unfortunately, that happens in everything, right?
Yeah.
A couple of bad people spoil it for everybody else.
Yeah.
So starting a tent city and things like that, we have some other organizations around. We have like the rescue mission. Is there reasons that people aren't in the rescue mission, or?
There is. So a lot of them, so for me, I have a dog, so I can't go in because I have a dog.
Okay.
So that's why I'm stuck out here, because they say, oh, just get rid of your dog, but I've had him 8 years, and I'm not about to just get rid of him. And the others, they say it's the rules and the conditions they put in. They feel like they're living in prison when they're inside that rescue mission, and so they'd rather live out here than live in there.
So when you say rules, like guideline, if you want to stay here, here's what you have to follow if you want to do that. And people don't want to do that?
I guess no. If I got accepted, I'd be in there, honestly.
Right. Because
I can follow rules, but a lot of these ones don't want to follow rules, unfortunately.
Yeah. Do you know why they don't want to follow the rules? Because to me, that's a pretty small ask.
Yeah.
And that stuff. So awesome.
It's because they just, unfortunately, so I'm not supposed to speak ill of us right now because we're going through this city commission thing right now. But the honest truth is, there's a lot of them that just want to party. They want to play, and you can't do that at the mission. And so they'd rather stay out here than go into a safe place and live and get their lives all started.
Yeah, and that's tough, because then they give up. Sometimes you have to I mean, we all have to follow rules. I mean, when I live in my house, I have covenants and things like that I got to follow if I want to live there. And if I don't, but I don't expect somebody else to take care of me. So is that kind of, I mean, some of these people are down here because they want to be here. They don't want to follow the rules, but they expect the city or the church to take care of them. Is that correct?
Well, that's not completely correct. It's more like they saw an opportunity to be, instead of be responsible, to be irresponsible. And that's what's kind of happened. And so a lot of them fly down here. We've been chasing off the bad ones, telling them this ain't no party. So this is supposed to be a safe refuge where we get to store our stuff, come home, go to sleep, have a good night, not worry about anything. But unfortunately, there's a lot of bad ones around here that they think they can just walk into your stuff and, anything. So they're the ones that are making it bad. But people like Sue and I, we work down here hard together. This is Sue.
Hi, Sue. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. I just woke up. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My name is Sue Rainingbird.
All right.
I'm from Rocky Boy.
Okay. Well, nice
we
to meet
work
you,
hard
Sue.
together to try and make this work together. But unfortunately, we get bad seeds, right, Sue? There's nothing we can do about it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like there was an advertisement. Hey, come on down. This is Party City and not Tent City, right? Where to live, and that's what they think. They show up all day, thinking they can party and do whatever they got to do, and then go home to their own homes after leaving us the mess and the wake.
So not everybody down here is part of the Tent City. They're coming down here because, hey, this is a place that I no rules, no anything goes type thing,
We
and
don't
then
say that.
And
We
now,
wanna
see,
say-
honestly, we've set up rules. They don't know how to read, obviously. Look on that door.
Oh.
There's another set on the other door. We set up rules that they're supposed to follow, but you can't, it's...
The thing is that you can't tell somebody that's really violent.
Yeah.
And another thing is you got to understand that a lot of us are addicts, and, PTSD veterans, whatever it is for homelessness. And the pastor has granted us, permission to stay here, as well as, and then friends come, and they don't have nowhere to go to, because then they put us all together, So with that, it's just like they need to do. We do our part. They have to come and check up on us a lot, because there is the cops do it, but there's the pastor wants to be called first.
Right.
He does, and see if we could settle it amongst ourselves. And we've been doing a pretty good job, but now there's more and more people, and some of these people we don't know who they are, but they are homeless.
Yeah.
They're having a hard time, but you just don't want. And our belief in our belief system, we don't turn people away, not for food or a place to stay, any place to stay.
But they have to follow rules.
Yeah, exactly.
They should follow rules.
Yeah, and you got it needs a structure right now. It needs really, because this is going to grow big.
Yeah.
It's going to get huge. And I understand that there are people there's some of us that are on media already, and we didn't even know people go by and take pictures of us.
Right, and that's why I asked you guys. I asked you if I could do this.
Yeah, there's other people that will go by and take pictures, and it's like back home. Coming from Rocky Boy, it's just like I don't want to go home, and there's people here that have Section 8 vouchers, but they can't find no apartments because there's nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, and then just hearing everything that everything's said in like Missoula, big buildings, or they have their places structured. They give them place campers. Like I was doing to see if somebody could, appoint us somebody to speak for us, to get us like maybe a KOA place or a trailer even, or they can't do motels because of the meth use. They said that's what my tribe said.
Right.
Because of people, using the hotels. Yeah.
But how do you stop that? I mean, you guys have rules here, and still people come in, just like those rules of the rescue mission, and people don't want to stay there, so they don't go there. They come here. But how can you guys police this enough to say, hey?
That's just it. So Sue and I get targeted because we are the ones that try to police it, and then people threaten to burn our tents or tear our stuff down or do this or violence. And it's people that don't live here, most of all, that do it. They're the ones coming here for some reason. Let's hang out, let's party. And
I kind of get tired of it. It's stressful. Right now I'm tired because of telling people, like, come on, you guys are adults, let's do this together. But some people's addictions are greater than others. So the main thing is an addiction.
Right.
Yeah, and
but how do we solve that? How do we fix that?
Well,
because allowing them to keep coming in doesn't fix that.
Well, it does though. So honestly, if we set up this fenced tent city, there's one gate in, one gate out.
Okay, so you can control that.
You can control that. There's going to be security cameras on the corners so that if people, everybody's going to be assigned a lot. So this is your lot, this is your lot, this is your lot. If you can't come in or you leave with what you didn't come in with unless you have that other person's permission. And there's going to be security, and there's going to be security at the gate patrolling who comes in and who goes out. They just want to start with 10 lots, keep it simple, right? But each lot can fit at least 4 people. So that's like 40 people in 10 lots. But it's going to be fenced off, so they can't keep driving their cars through here. The unwanted visitors will actually have to go to the gate and ask permission to come in, and have permission to come in.
So have a sponsor like you do with the military.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to get on base. I need to know somebody there that's going to vouch for me to come in.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they've got to sign up, register, put their name down, so that if they do cause a problem, we know who it is, and we can direct the...
Get some recourse.
Yeah, recourse properly. But I think once they put the fence up and do this gated thing, if we can get it done, it'll solve almost 90% of the problem, because they'll stop coming down. They'll stop driving through the lot. They'll stop hanging out. They'll find somewhere else.
It's getting more dangerous right now.
Yeah.
Because we don't have no structure, we don't have no security. And the thing is too, there's people that do come in and do provide helping hand, that come and help us, and that's a good thing. You know, they come and they dump garbage, they help set up, you know, they just clean it up out of nowhere, or else they'll even monitor, you know, just go around.
Kind of make sure things are good.
But the thing is, we got all good get along and know each other in this camp. And people gotta, you know, get to know each other and live with each other side by side, because if there ain't no unity, then what's gonna be of it? It's gonna be violent. I think that's where people are afraid, because right now there isn't any of that stuff. So let me ask you one more question then. So why here? I know Pastor Wakely wants, is opening this up. What if it was set up somewhere else? Because I know the downtown area is nervous. Businesses are nervous. People that live in some of these condos are nervous, of that.
Okay,
so
what they don't understand is they'd rather have us grouped than apart. If they break this up, then everybody starts spreading out again. If they move it across town, they're not going to go across town, because all the amenities are right down here. This is where they can go to the store, use the bathroom, use a porta potty, use a church, get free food, food from that church. We're right in the local part of it. So if they move us away,
it makes sense.
The people aren't going to use it. They won't. It'll be a waste of space, because people are still going to come down here.
Right.
And I have a question if it's about race, you know what I mean? But I could say that because I'm Native American, and the majority of us here we get along, yes, we do, but the majority of the businesses, you can't understand how much I want to know if it's about because we're Native.
I don't think
you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's because we're homeless.
The media plays race into everything that they do, and the race is I look at it as the race card is.
I would hope so. I would hope so, because they make you feel bad,
There's no color when you're homeless.
And I know that, Jeff. I understand that, but at the same time, it's been happening since we came.
They're trying to. They're making it hard for us.
They're trying to make us.
We can't go
divide,
into this store.
Separate.
We can barely go into that store. We can't go into Loaf and Jug.
And people who talk to us
totally
can't go in there.
People
come here. They say you're going to go down there. You can't.
You can't come in there, really.
Yeah. So I don't understand.
I don't know if I'll be able to go in there right now. If they see me down here, right?
Yeah, that's the truth, though. I mean, I walked up to the Loaf and Jug door with a friend, and I didn't know that they knew he was homeless, and they didn't know I was homeless. But before I even got to the door, the lady comes running out and says, "We don't serve your kind." like
Yeah,
my
it's
kind. What are
getting
you
a little
talking
bit
about?
out of hand, you know,
Yeah.
as far as that's concerned.
Well, they're trying to push us out. That's why
Yeah,
these
but the
businesses are doing
The
this.
pastor wants us to be good and get along and stay, and that's what we're gonna do until they until they come and carry our tents for us, I guess.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, and yeah. Now, so do many of you guys work down here? Are you guys looking for work, or
No,
what's?
there's only like one out of everything because of what goes on. Like I said, you know, people have ambition. Yes, they do it, and every person here has a purpose, and every person here is smart, and every person here just needs a little boost. You know, that's what they need, and maybe. You know,
So how can we as a society give them that boost? You know, because
Well, so I've been fighting disability for 3 years now. I
Okay.
wouldn't be homeless if they would recognize. I got a plate in my neck that needs to be refused. I got 4 bad disc in my lower back, scoliosis, carpal tunnel, but they won't. They just don't. They, you know, because I'm on Medicaid, they won't just fix you. It's
No
like you got to.
longer, yeah,
It takes
no
a
longer.
month to get one appointment to get one thing done, and I
How
can't
is-
do that. I'm homeless. I have to find somebody to babysit my dog. I have to find somebody to babysit my tent and my belongings. I
Yeah,
can't.
you gotta watch yourself.
So, if you know how they could help is if they didn't make
Open
it
up
so
these
hard for us
rooms
to
up
get
here
help.
and give
Because
some
you know what?
classes out in the evening
When I
time.
first put my back out, I told them, I said, and this is when I was 30. I'm 53 now. And I told them, I was like, why can't you just fix me and put me back to work? Oh, Jeff, it's not that easy. And I'm like, why? Because Medicare won't pay for it. And I'm like, what do you mean Medicare won't pay for it? So instead, they want to do one surgery at a time, so it kept me out of work for that much longer until I became homeless.
wow.
I
So you brought up a good point, Sue.
Okay, so yeah, because look at these rooms. I mean, like the evening times, you know, if you
So-
encourage these people enough.
So
they'll
if
follow
we
you.
created, as
For-
a
yeah.
society, created classes to
there
help
you go.
people
GED, maybe these
get
people
better.
Maybe these people have college degrees. You know, some to pursue something for education, some to do something in
Medical,
That, you know,
if you
this.
need
You know what I
medical
mean?
help.
Like to put these rooms to use. To
Detox,
learn,
yeah.
you know,
You can't
to
even
learn.
just go
Knowledge,
detox if you
exactly.
want to anymore.
You know,
You have
classes
to
like
go
that
tell
would
them
be
you're
good.
committing suicide before they'll let
Yeah.
you into the detox center. You know, and there's a lot of people I know that just want to do that. They just want to go take a break, but they don't let you in. You have to be suicidal or
Right.
something. before
So
they let you in.
so I know with the sheriff's office and stuff, they have this thing called the Angel Initiative, and that is where you can actually call them up and say, hey, I need help, and then they'll provide that service for you. Because yeah, we don't want
But
you
where's
to.
that service? And what do they do
So-
for you?
so-
Do you get to park your belongings there? You get
No.
to take your animal with
it's
you?
the detox part.
Yeah,
of it.
see?
It's not the fixing the housing.
There's got to be an overall
situation.
solution, though. No, I'm not saying
Like
housing.
our tribes
But
too.
say-
Our tribes got to get involved.
Say I want to go in and detox.
I'm gonna
That
go
means
those-
I have to take my
All right, nice meeting you,
all my
Sue.
belongings.
Pleasure.
Thank you
That means
for
I have
Yeah.
to take all my belongings to somebody's house or
Yeah.
get somebody to sit here and babysit and watch my place. Then I got to hire someone to watch my dog, and I'm not letting him go. I've had him 8 years, and they say, "Why don't you just get rid of him?" He's my freaking kid. Why don't you get rid of your own kid? You know. But I'm serious, and so there is no solution for it right now because things like that. Yeah.
Wow.
But so I have to, like, I'm tattooed to this tent, literally. I've been going to these committee meetings. I'm part of that Great Falls Housing Committee, and but every time I do, I have to hire somebody to watch my place, otherwise stuff gets stolen.
Right.
Or there's this violent dog that's not supposed to be on the property that they keep bringing back, and I have to worry about them two getting in a fight. And you know, there's always something going on. You can never just and then go get help and get it fixed. You know, it becomes that hard. So I believe when I first became homeless, if they would have let me and George, my dog, in the mission, I would not be homeless right now. All I needed was 10 days of recovery because I had surgery, but they wouldn't let us in, and so I became homeless because I couldn't pay my bills and I couldn't get back to work, and here I am. So that's.
Yeah, I know it's tough, Jeff, and I don't know what the solution is, and that's why I think I mean there's people on both sides. We're just trying to figure this piece out. So I wanted to come down and just kind of talk to you guys and find out, hey, why? Because we hear a lot of the addictions, and stuff. It's causing that and stuff. So I'm thinking if we create an environment to where they're going to be allowed to come in and do whatever they want, that's not good either.
No.
Because that won't help you guys out, because that doesn't solve your problem because you don't want the renegades in here stealing your stuff.
No.
And down here partying and then leaving and going and doing something else.
Pastor had a great idea, but now he's facing all these insurance problems and he can't do it. But he was actually wanted to open up the basement and put cots in, put storage lockers in, put a room in where there was actual, you could go in there and talk to a mental health counselor or some type of counselor if you needed help to get back on path. But they threw that out the door. They won't let them do it.
Because of the insurance stuff,
started. Yeah. And so, but it was a great idea because that would actually help, because that's 9 times out of 10, the reason these people party all day is because they have nowhere else to go.
Right.
And if they had somewhere to sleep and just feel safe for a moment, they'd probably choose to sleep instead of drink or get wasted. Yeah.
Not allowed to sleep.
Nope. Yeah, you can't.
They'd rather have them out here on the streets drinking.
Yep.
Than in the mission somewhere safe.
Yep. You kick you out at 7 in the morning, come back at 4 at night. Yeah. Yeah. And that's what creates this, because so now all of a sudden these people got nothing else to do but get in trouble. And if they created a safe environment where you could actually lay down, rest your head and know you're safe, and then wake up and go to work, take care of your stuff, come back and start over, it'd be so much different.
Right, and the purpose of the mission is to get people out of, like I said, out of the homelessness.
It's supposed to, but it's not.
But when they say, hey, we need you to be gone during this time because they want you out there trying to get better. If they had a safe environment like this, would people get out and try to be better?
Yeah.
Would people try to be better? I don't know. If they're allowed to go in here and sleep and stuff like that. Are they going to do what they need to do to get better or get help?
I think if it's fenced in and we have that security, so it's going to be called like a soft mission, I guess, where it doesn't matter if you're drunk or you're stoned, you can come in, just don't bring your stuff in, go to your bed, go to your tent, have a peaceful night's sleep. Your stuff is locked up, so if you need to go somewhere, you don't have to worry about it being stolen. And that creates that little safety, that little bit of comfort zone makes a big effort, because then once people feel safe, they act safe. Right. But when they don't feel safe, it's crazy. It's lawlessness.
Right, so if they're able to go into a safe place and stuff and can't bring you drugs or alcohol and stuff, is there any way to stop them? If you have used it outside of it, you are not welcome back here, because the goal is to stop them, not enable them to continue to do that.
Well, see, the thing is, like I said, if they have a safe place, the less likely they are going to do it. Honestly.
Okay.
And the deal is so you want to go party, get wasted, do your thing, go off property, go do it, come back and live in a safe place. But we're not encouraging it, saying that that's what you should do. But if the more a person has to make that effort, the less they want to do it. Right. Honestly. And so they'd rather.
So it's more at some point they'd be policing themselves. Hey, I'm coming back here. Say I don't want to do that anymore. Yeah. I feel safe here, and now all of a sudden that's an effort to go do that.
Exactly.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right. So, well, Jeff, I do appreciate your time. Like I said, I just want to come out here and visit with you guys and stuff. So I appreciate it, and it's a pleasure. I'm going to share this with some people, and I have a lot of people that follow me on social media. So I'll just make sure that I get the right message out there. Yeah. And like I said, I don't know what the right answer is. That's why I wanted to kind of come down here and visit with you guys, because everybody has their own opinion, but nobody's talking to anybody.
Right.
So I hate this or I love this. Well, what's actually going on here? So I'm glad I picked the right time to come down here and that you were here.
Thank you.
So thank you.